Wow. All right. So, yeah. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let me just say that first because I was not expecting that to actually take off. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I might have to write this smaller now. Cause see, because I don't think I can do that. Can I do that? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Oh God, I did this question already. 32 minus 52 x squared. You know, I made that mistake before. I wrote it on the board. I won't forget it. Did I take a picture of it? Let me look. Let me look. I'm going to see if I take a picture or I took. Took. Yeah, see? Oh my God. Hold on. I'm going to show you the horrendous mistake that I made. Look at this. Can you see that? Yeah. So basically, I know what I'm going to do. I already did this, you know. So this done. I think I go, waste some more time. Done with this. Done. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make it a habit to do this. You see, my students like being on TikTok, so why not be on TikTok? Why not? Why not? And this way, I have an excuse for making my videos longer than they need to be. Why not? Why not? So, okay, let me see. Hold on. See? I made a mistake and I did not dry this. Yeah. Let me honor those commitments. Let me honor them. Yeah. Alright, so let me tell you what I did. The mistake I made. I wrote 24 minus this minus this. Hold on. Let me try and move it a little bit so you can see. Alright, good. Yeah. So this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. I don't know if anybody catch the mistake. But this, let me just use the blue. This is what you call birds of a feather, right? I have an x squared here and an x squared there. I'm not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So no, it's not birds of a feather. No, I can just, yeah, now we can, so now if we're doing the AC method now, I can focus on trying to find that 43. Yeah? And, you know, thanks for everybody that, yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody, yeah. Just saying that. You know, make it sound like I only care about going live. No, big up on yourself, right? I hope everybody is having a, you know, good Christmas dinner, right? Enjoy the time with the family and things like that, yeah? Yeah. Some people, I don't want to get into that. Just focus on the maths. It's a topic for another day. So, yeah, that's the mistake I made. The mistake I made was I wrote this. That makes a world of a difference because now I can subtract these two. So, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I have a, so this would be the C, the BX, and this would be the AX squared, and of course the A is negative, right? The B is negative, and yeah, right? So But if I did this, then it's no longer just bx. It would be a bx squared. That don't make no sense, right? I made that mistake. So I'm, yeah. I wouldn't be able to factorize that. Yeah. So let me just do that. Alright, now there are two, again, well, there are not only two ways. There are three ways to factorize this. You can factorize it the normal way, which is using AC method, right? That's one. Second one is completing the square, or at least it's really the third, because most people prefer the, I'm hoping that all of this fits, so let me apologize if you can't see it. Alright, good, yeah. Alright, good, yeah, so this is the quadratic formula, right? This is the quadratic formula. Now, you see, the math teachers we used to have, they gave us PTSD, right? They forced us to remember this. Don't ask me why I can remember that off the top of my head. Don't ask me why. I just remember minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Don't ask me why I remember that. Don't ask why. But yeah, this is a quadratic formula. So all you'd have to do is do the plug-in, right? So therefore this would be your C. Your C would be positive 24. Your B would be minus 43. And your A would be minus 56. Now the reason why that is important is because notice that the x squared is on this side and not over here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when I was going to school, I did not solve these. I saw this, I left it alone. You could not get me to do any of this. You couldn't get me to do it. Could not. Promise you couldn't. Right? So, just for reference, this is your quadratic formula. This is the form, these are the coefficients. So, your C is 24, your B is minus 43, your A is minus 56. Right? And you could literally write it down if you wanted to, right? Just to make your life easier if you needed to do the substitution, right? So therefore your so your A, your B, and your C. I don't know so. Alright, whatever. I did my best. So your A would be minus 56. Your B would be minus 43. And your C would be positive 24. Right? So if you needed to use them, this is what you would substitute in the quadratic formula that I put down earlier. So therefore, again, at the risk of, let's see there. You know, say it would fit, you know. Sure, you know, say it would fit, but you get the point, right? So let me see if I can move this. Really? Alright, hold on. See, alright, let me move this back and see if I can get more of right. Okay. Yeah. So let me see if I can fit that same one. You know, man, if I have something, you know. There we go. Really? Yeah, I got distracted a while ago. There we go. So this is what you would substitute over here, right? So 24 times, dear God. Yeah, that's a long deal. Alright, 43 times 43, you'll put that number there. Then this number, okay, so if you multiply 24 by 56, you're going to get a negative outcome. Multiply it by a negative 4, that basically the middle go end up becoming a plus sign, right? It's going to become a plus sign. So yeah, you use a calculator for all of that. Me can't bother. Right? How would I even speed up that? I don't even know. Right? So me can't bother go to, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So 56 plus 56 is 112, right? Now if you add a 0 to that, 56 times 2 would be, right, 1120, right? Now add 112 to 112, you get 224. Yeah. So this is what you get if you multiply 56 by 24. So let's see. 4 here so, 4 there so, right? No, I'm going to actually use my calculator there. Really? But you just have to drop the marker. I had to. I just had to drop it. Alright. So let me actually do the multiplication and see. 56 times 24. Yup. Not sure if you can actually see it, but you know. I don't know. I might have to turn down the brightness on this. Yeah. Yeah. No. I did my best. I did my best. Yeah, so 1344. Oh, now remember now. This is just AC. This is just AC. So let me just give you a tip, right? You want to multiply something by 4, take this, add it to itself, and then that number, add that to itself again. Nobody waste your time. Don't bother waste your time. So, let me put it here. So, 1344, add it to 1344. Right? You get that. So, this is going to be, alright, 2688. Then, after you do that, add 2688 to 2688. So we have this. Yeah. So therefore, the whole of this side going to be, put a plus sign there so, and all of that will be 5,376. Yeah? That's what that will be. Seen? Yeah. So you have that. Now, 43 times 43. Don't worry about the minus sign, because minus times minus is a plus anyway. Yeah, there's not enough, what do they call it? That sheriff thing there. There's not enough space in the world for the two of us. Yeah, that. Yeah. So, if you multiply minus by minus, it becomes a plus. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, right? So, let me just get rid of that. So, 43 times 43. Again, 43 plus 43 is what? 86. So, 86 plus 86. That's going to be, I'm not doing it out of my head. There we go. So 172. Alright, cool. So therefore you go have 1720, because that's 43 times 40. Then now 43 times 3, 3 3 is 9, 4 3 is 12. So this is going to be what? 1849. Yeah. So pardon me if I never put the plus sign here and that, but yeah. So long story short, that's going to be 1849. So the square of B is going to be, I don't know how I'm going to fit that right there, so I don't know. Now if I'm going to move this. Alright. So we have 1849, 5376. Alright, so that is what would go right here. Yeah? Alright, 2A. Okay. Well, the A is a minus 56. So 56 plus 56, 112. So just know say that go be negative. Right? That sign go be negative. Right? So argument done this one. Right? So we substituted quite a few things already. What's minus B? B is 43. So minus times minus, this will be a plus 43 out here. So yeah. Yeah. So now, so let me add those two numbers together now. 1849, and we're gonna add that to 5376. Okay, so when we add these two together, we're gonna get 7,225. That's what we're gonna get. And funny enough, let me see. 8 times 9 is 72. So, is this the result of 85 times 85? Looks so. Now mind you, I'm going to show you a trick where one of the students them actually show me. Right? Imagine you have 35 times 35, right? Just imagine that. 5 times 5 is 25. Argument done right this so you know that part. But, oh, sorry, hold on there, you can't see that. Right. So this 5 times 5 is 25. But this part here, so add 1 to this number. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. That is definitely the square of 35. So if you multiply 35 by 35, that is absolutely correct. See? Now, when I see the number 7225, what do I know? Give me 72. Well, we must have an 8 and we must have a 9. However, it has to be a square number. So if I minus 1 from this 9, I get 8. So 85 times 85 must be 7,225. Therefore, if I put this right here, so, right? Because that's what you get when you add those two, right? The square root of 7,225 is going to be 85. Yeah? Eat that. So we don't have to guess. We don't have to guess. we don't have to guess. Is a student show me that little pattern. One day when he pass through, I'm gonna make him show you it too. Right? But yeah, I did not know about that. So you can play around with that with almost every squared number that ends with a 5 at the end. Right? So 8 times 9 gives you 72. 5 times 5, that, yeah. When you multiply 85 by 85, you always are gonna get that. Always. Always. See? So let's just change this from the square root of 7,225 to just plus or minus 85. So now, yeah, this look a little bit easier to manage. Alright? So now we have 43 plus or minus that. Yeah? Yeah. I mind you, I really should like record this while I'm doing this too. I probably should. I just never made that. Now what this, just so that we know, what this means is that you have two possibilities. 43 plus 85 or 43 minus 85. So those are the two things you have to so you can, so just so that it's easier for you to remember, write this possibility and the other possibility too. So write hopefully everybody can see this down here. So you have 43 minus the 85 and 43 plus. Yeah? So those are the two possibilities. Yeah. Oh! Notifications are a thing, man. Notifications are a thing. You know what? Let me see if I can, because part of me know, more feel like more take a screenshot of the board, because more make sure I say, you know. Alright. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me see. Oh. Okay. Really? Yeah, there we go. So I can take screenshots for everybody. Yeah, and post them afterwards. I can do that. That way we know exactly how we got here and all of them something. Yeah. It's an idea, it's an idea. So anyway, 43 plus 85. Oh! Alright, 128. Alright, so this is 128. Okay. So this is 128. Now if you remember powers of 2, this number should be familiar, right? So for example, this is how I remember. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 16, 32, 32 plus 32, 64, 64 plus 64, 128. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm sorry. The hip hop came out, right? So therefore, this is 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 2 to the 7. So if you are finding the prime factors of this, you'll just have 7 2's and you multiply them. That's what that's going to be. And this is 56 times 7. And 56 only have what? 3 2's. At least the 8th portion of 56. Right? Because 56 is what? 8 times 7. And the 8 is what? 2 to the 3. So you have 2 to the 3 times 7. And this is what? Yeah, so you can literally use the prime number then to actually reduce this to the lowest term. So for example, 128 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So you have 7 2's up here, and then 112 is 56 times 2. So you're going to have what? 1, 2, 3 for the 8, and then the 7. Now believe it or not, fun fact, when you're reducing fractions, is really the HCF you're using. Wish somebody told that to me, right? We have 3 2's up here and 3 2's down here. So if we do this and that, then this is going to go on 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. Oh, it was a minus down there. I forgot that. So let me not forget that. So therefore, this 128 over 116, if we reduce it to its lowest terms, becomes minus 16 over 7. Yeah? I have a calculator, you know. There's a thing called calculator soup. I think on another live I'll go show it to you. I don't want to do it here because my brain all over the place. Right? So 16 over 7, let's just write that. Right? So we're going to have a minus 16 over 7 for this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. So this is going to be minus 16 over 7. Yeah? Then this now, when you're doing a subtraction where the larger number ends up on the right instead of on the left, subtract it the normal way you used to. Right? So 85 minus 43 is still going to be 42. So what's it going to be? Minus 42. That's the only difference. So just subtract it the normal way and then just change the sign. So don't overcomplicate it or complicate it. Right? When you see this, no matter out of your head. 85 minus 43 is what? Just do that. So 85 minus 43, that's going to be what? 5 minus 3. Yeah? And then what you do? Put a minus sign in front of that. Argument done. So this is going to be minus 42. Right? So this is going to be minus 42 over minus 112. Right? So let me just do that. Minus 42 over all of that. And now again, the prime numbers come back, right? What is 42? 6 times 7. How about 2 times 3 times 7? Right? And then this is what? 56 times 2, which is what? 3 2's, which is obviously, and when I say it like that, it might confuse people, right? When the 3 2's are multiplied, you get 8, right? Yeah? Anyhow, so we have a 2, we have a 7, we have a 2, and a 7, right? So if we eliminate that, it leaves us with what? What? Nah. I don't want to believe this. Nah. What? 14 times. Hold on. Let me make sure it's the right thing I do. Oh yeah, see? I messed up. You see? I knew. This is the prime factorization of 56. You see that? Yeah. I don't say something never look right. Because getting 3 over 4 was kind of crazy. You know? Look how I almost dropped my phone. Alright, so yes. So, this is going to be 56 times 2. There we go. I that more want. Alright, good. Yeah. All is right with the world now. I knew something, yeah. So now, right, 14 times 8 will give you 112. Now we can, yep, 8 4s, 32, 8 plus 3, there you go, right? So, when we reduce 42 over 112, we're going to end up with 3 up here, 8 down here. The minuses are going to cancel, so this is going to be positive 3 over 8. Yeah? Definitely 3 over 8. And that's it. Right? 3 over 8. Yeah. Yeah, I should have taken every one of the screenshots, but it's fine. Alright, hopefully, let me see if I got all of that. Alright, so, right, yeah. So, the 2 answers are there, yeah? So, the 2 roots for this equation is going to be minus 16 over 7 and positive 3 over 8. And this is the, let me do that. So, all of what I did a while ago was the quadratic formula, yeah? Yeah. So, that's what we just did. We just did that. Just the quadratic formula. Funny story, I wasn't even expecting to do that. I was about to do completing the square, but you know what? Since I was on it, right? Since I was on the topic, I just say, you know what? I might as well complete it, right? So this is something now. There you go. Alright, cool. Alright, so alright, you know what? No, I took the screenshot of this. So at the risk of being redundant, I might even do it again and take screenshots of it. Whatever. Yeah. So anyway, we're done with that now. We're done with that. So that's one of the three methods. So that's mainly substitution, right? Mainly substitution, right? Now, it's still important to know the A, B, and C of the equation, because now, when you're going to do the factorization of a trinomial, you're going to use a thing called the, and let me write it properly. We're going to use a thing called the AC method, which basically means we're going to find the factors of C and the factors of A, put them together so we can find a replacement for the middle term B. And this is one of my favorite things to do. Remember the whole thing about prime numbers? Trust me, prime numbers, it saved my life a whole heap of time. It will save you too. So this is the AC method. This is the, if we want to be plain, this is the regular factorization, yeah? Now mind you, watch the joke. If you can handle an equation that have a coefficient in front of x squared larger than 1, if you can handle these, then when you get the ones with just 1, breeze. Breeze. I promise you, if you can do this, you can do the ones with just the 1. And you will see why a little while from now, right? So watch this. We remember 56. And we know 24. Well, 24 is what? 12 plus 12, that's a what? 24. Okay. That means you have at least 2 times 12. But 12 is one of the easiest set of prime factors to remember. 12 is always 2 times 2 times 3. If you want to call it 4 times 3 or 2 times 6, you still are going to get 2 times 2 times 3. So therefore, 2 times 2 times 3, this part gives us the 12, right? Yeah, just so we have reference, right? The 2, 2, 3 is the 12. You put a 2 in front of that now, and now you have your full set of prime factors for 24. Yeah? Your full set. Full, right? 3 times 2, 6, 6 times 2, 12, 12 times 2, 24. All of this here is 8, 8 times 3, still 24, right? So, there you go. Now watch this. 8 times 7, well, the 8 is what? The 8 is still 3 2's multiplied together. So, there you go. Right? Now this is the first step that I always use when I'm doing this. Right? This is always the first step that I use. So may I get myself ready for the next part. Alright, so now we're gonna put them together in order. This is something I like to do because it make everything make sense, trust me. right? So we're going to have 3 2s, another 3 2s, a 3 and a 7, right? So let's do that. Alright? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, and a 7. I can see the answer just by looking at this. Right? Just by looking at this, I can see the answer. You're probably not going to see it, but watch a joke. The first temptation you should have whenever you do this is to group all of one set of numbers together. It don't always work, but it's a good step. You never know, right? Now watch this. What if I did this? 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times. I did it over here earlier. The powers are 2, right? 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, 32, 64. Let me write that number down. There is something fun about this. And so again, give me 1 second as I get back. Right, good. Now, look at the 64 and look at the 43. Just take a look at it. 64, 43. What can we do with this? Watch this. Once you have a minus minus or a plus minus, there are only 2 possibilities. You're subtracting with the positive number being larger, or you are subtracting with the larger number being negative. So in this case, the larger number will be negative. Cool? So we established that. That means it has to be a subtraction. So in that case, why don't we subtract 43 from 64? I guarantee you that this number is going to match this right here. So 4 minus 3, 6 minus 4, 21 is 3 times 7. So therefore, if you want to do a test, find your first number, subtract this from it, and see if it gives you the matching number right here. Yeah, you can let me know if that makes sense. Yeah? Let me know if that makes sense. Right? So, watch this. Let me erase that because I want it to be clear now. If I minus 21 from 64, I get that. And remember, if we do this for it to be positive, then all we have to do is switch the signs for it to look like this. Right? So therefore, instead of it being plus 64 minus 21, we're going to do this. Yeah? Argument done this so. Now, here's what makes it even sweeter. Put an X in front of them now. Right? Put an X here so, and an X here so. And just like that, you have your replacement for minus 43. Just like that. Give me 1 second there again. So yeah, sometimes my phone act a little funny, you know. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. So, now that we've established that, now we can move on to replacing that with this. So let me just get rid of that. Cool? Minus 64 plus 21. So, and you know, whatever, it don't matter what order you put it in. Plus 21 minus 64 Oh Lord. I don't want to put it so, but I'll say it though. I was trying to make it easier for everybody. Alright, so hold on. I don't like that. Alright, so remember now, this replaces that. So the whole aim of the AC method is to turn a trinomial into, so we're turning 3 into 4. That's really what we're doing. Once you get here, everything else start to flow. Everything flows from here. That much I promise you. Once you reach here, so you know, it's not as difficult. The most difficult part is getting here. Once we get here, yeah man, it's like a bicycle downhill. You might want to draw your brakes though, yeah? So, yeah, alright. So now, my favorite thing to do, I go drop the brackets. Yeah, I drop the bracket then. The HCF of 21 and 24, I'm trying to find space on the board to write it. So fine, we have 21 and 24, 3 by 7, 2 by 2 by 2 by 3, yeah? So the HCF of those two is going to be 3. We didn't even need to guess that. So that means that 3 will come on the outside here. Alright, so let's do that. So that's a 3. You divide 24 by 3. Even when you do this, you'll get the same numbers that come in here. Yeah? So therefore, you will have a 8 right here. Plus 21x over 3. You'll have a plus 7x, right? So, let's get rid of that now. Yeah? So give me one second there now. 1 second there again. So alright, good. Now, you see when you reach here, so don't overthink it. Take this and copy it over here. Yeah? So, just copy that. 8 plus 7x. Because when you do that now, it makes your life easier. Right? It makes your life whole heap easier. Now look at this. If I divide minus 64 by 8, what am I going to get? Definitely a minus 8. So just contextualize it. If I have a minus 64x and I put that over 8, I know that I must get what? Minus 8 times a 8 times a x. Put that over 8. Do that. So I get minus 8x. Have to. Right? So the outside here is going, you know what? I'll go write it in blue. So this is going to be a minus 8x. Let me put this in blue as well. There you go. So now we color code it now. Yeah. And there's only one step left after this. So what we're gonna do? Now, if you've seen this in my videos before, this and this is the same thing. So no matter which one of them you pick, take that and put here. Right? Yeah, so you go have 8 plus 7x right here. And then what you see in blue, you put over here. So what's in blue? What's in blue is 3 minus 8x. 3 and minus 8x, so there you go. 3 and minus 8x. Yeah? And just like that, we're done. Just like that, we're done. So that's the I guess one of the other methods, yeah? Alright, so I have quite a few. No, I doubt you can see it. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm taking them, so I'll actually upload them later. So yeah. Yup. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So. Alright, we're done with this. That part I don't know. So we went through quadratic formula and we just did the AC method of factorizing a quadratic trinomial, right? That's literally what we just did. So we did this and we did the, let's just shorten it to QF, right? QF meaning quadratic formula, yeah? So we did those, right? So I just want to be sure. Alright, good. So now that we're done with all of that, we can now move on to the third one, which was always my least favorite. Yeah? One called, let me write it, CTS, aka I don't know, am I in the way? So you have completing the square. Yeah? Completing the square. So we're going to have to deal with that for this. So I go as usual. Wait there. Okay, alright. Alright, there we go. Give me a second while I try to get myself in order. Right, good. Now, we're dealing with CTS now, completing the square. So the first thing we have to do, the ax squared is over here. We're going to put it back this way. So we're going to call this minus 56x squared followed by minus 43x. Then this is a 24, but there's no sign in front of it. So it's a plus 24. This is the first step you want to make when you're making this adjustment. Right? So you definitely want to do this. Right? So transition from here to this point right here. Yeah? That's the first thing you want to do. Yeah, make that the first priority. Yeah? Alright. So I can even replace it up here. Yeah, so let's move that up here now. So we're going to call this minus 56x squared minus 43x plus 24. Now mind you, you're going to want to put the equal 0. Hold on there. Sorry about that. Yeah. Really? It still look cut off. There you go. Alright. Alright, good. Now. Yeah. Now, a number of things going to happen. And just to make your life easy, you're going to want to put a bracket like so. A plus 24 here. And what's going to happen is you're going to take this, the coefficient of x squared, you're going to put it out here, so. Right? But for the sake of, alright, hold on, I want to make this, there we go. I don't want to lose the whole thing, you know. Alright, good. Alright. So I might be a little bit in the way, but that minus 56 will come out here. Yeah? So minus 56. Yeah. It'll look weird, you know. But I try my best to capture as much of it as possible. Okay. So let's see. Also I'll make sure that it look, you know. Alright. Yeah. Alright, good. We'll go on now. We'll go on. Now, to make your life nice, divide minus 56x squared by minus 56. Right? Just do that. Minus 56x squared divided by minus 56. Simple as that. What will happen? Minus them gone, the 56 them gone. You're left with just the x squared. So your first term in this bracket is going to be x squared. Right? So that's the first term you will have. So let's remember that. Now, moving on now. The next thing we're going to do. Remember now, this is a minus 43x. So we're going to put minus 43x over minus 56. Here's the beauty of it all. 43 is a prime number, so there's no breaking that down. 43 is divisible by 43 and 1, so 43 over 56 is as simple as it gets. You divide a minus by a minus, it becomes positive. Right? So, therefore, the next term is what? Just to be sure, put that sign in front of it. So it's going to be a positive 43x over 56. Right? So, just so we understand this. Cool? So let's remember that. Now, this is where it gets a little troublesome now. This part here needs to be squared. Yeah? This part here needs to be squared. And what has to happen is that you multiply this number by 2, or just take the number, add it to itself. So 56 plus 56 is 112, as we did see before. Right? So therefore, it's going to be 112, and the 43 will stay the same. No, that fixes all of here, so. But over this side, this is what will happen. You're going to have, and yeah, it's going to be difficult to see all of it, so let me see if we can move it. Alright, good. Now, over here so soon makes sense. If you have a, I want to make it, hold on, let me make this make sense, right? If you have a positive blank square, right? You need a negative blank squared as well. But you're multiplying minus 56 by that plus. So if you multiply a minus 56 by the plus blank squared, you have to multiply minus 56 by the negative. Right? yeah, it's kind of hard to see all of that, but may I do my best under the circumstances, yeah? So yeah, minus 56 times the blank all squared, and minus 56 times the, so you have a plus. So let me put it red. Maybe it would make more sense. So here it will go. If we have a plus, we have a minus. Yeah? But like for color code. But if we color code it, it will make more sense. Right? Yeah? And also in the event that we can't see everything, then who knows? I might even record some of this. Right? I might just do that. I don't know. So let me move some of them something out of the way. Right, so just in case I need to do that. Alright. Now, as we did before, whatever is in here will be over here. So 56 plus 56 is 112. The numerator doesn't change. Sorry. Numerator not changing, right? So this will be 43 over 112. This will be 43 over 112. Right? So I'm going to record this at the risk of being redundant, yeah? So if you see me backing away, right? Yeah. You know what? Hold on, give me a second. There. I might put the phone on the other side. So maybe it'll probably make more sense we do it that way. So let me see if I can do that. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I think. Alright, good. Yeah. So again, just in case we can't see everything. Alright, so there we go. Alright. So let me explain what is happening over here now. I'll make your life simple. When you square 112, right? It's like you're saying you multiply 112 by 112. But remember, 112 is what? 56 times 2 and another 56 times 2. Now, if you have that as your denominator, 56 times 2 times 56 times 2. But then you put 56 above it, what will happen? One of them go, another one go with it. 56 over 56, you have a 1 up there. Now, 56 times 2, 112, 112 plus 112 is 224. Therefore, the denominator is going to be 224. So you're going to have 1 over 224. Now mind you, it was a minus 56, but here's the trick to this now. Minus times minus is a plus. So forget about that. A plus sign definitely go come right in. Yeah? Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so therefore, after we square 112 and then you have it divided into, you get what I mean? Once you divide this 56 by 56, you'll get 1. You divide the square of 112 by the 56, you'll get 224. Yeah? We don't even need to argue about that. So therefore, we have to multiply 43 by 43. I think we did that already. 43 by 43, if I remember correctly, was 1849. Ah? Okay. Yeah. Is it, you know what? Yeah, okay. So anyway, so that means the top will be 1849 and the denominator is 224. So 224, 1849. See? So that means now what we have to do now is multiply 224 by 24 and have that as a numerator over 224. Right? So 224 by 24, let's see now. 448 plus 448. So we have this. So that will be 896. Right? So we have that. 448 again. So now 7 here. This is going to be okay. That look familiar. So we get 5,376 over 224. Look at that. Yeah. So 5,376 goes over 224. Right? Alright, good. And I think we remember what we got the last time when we did add those two things together. We got 7,225. Right? So therefore, let's not waste any time. Let's just put 7,225 over the 224. We didn't get that before in the quadratic formula, so why not? Why not? Alright, so now that I'm done with that part on the right, let's come over here now. Now here's something interesting about this. All you have to do, square root this, you get x, square root that, you get 43 over 112. Therefore, when you factorize this, factorizing this results in x plus 43 over 112 all squared. Yeah? That's just the simplest way to put it. Now I can make a video separately explaining how this happens. Because if you add 43 over 112 plus itself, you get 86 over 112. Then when you divide 86 by 2, you get this. You divide 112 by 2, you get this. Therefore, it explains that if you expand this, you end up with that up here. Yeah? And of course, we have all of this. So we're almost done. Right? We're almost done with this now. Almost done. Right? Take an equal sign, put it in front of the plus here. That will be a minus now. Get rid of that. Yeah? So yeah, I'm going to make part of this live available as a recording later. So let me just apologize if I'm shifting and adjusting. Yeah. So yeah. So we're done with that part now. Now we're going to multiply or just divide both of them by minus 56. Right? Multiply this by 1 over minus 56. Yeah? You divide this by minus 56. Yeah? So now 56 times 224. I mean, just to make it very simple, just square the 112. If you square the 112, it must give you that anyway. Alright? So anyhow, let me rub out this. Yeah? Rub out that. Minus 56 divided by minus 56, that's going to give you a 1 times that. Leave me with that over here. Yeah? So, let me just do this quick. I'll just go blitz it and done. Right? With that. With that. Alright, cool. With that. And then, what is this? Ah, yes. That look familiar. That look familiar. Sorry if you couldn't. If I cut off some of it, I apologize. So the number that we get is 12,544. Right? So you multiply this by this. Yeah. 12,544. Now, the thing is, we multiplied it by minus 1 over 56, so therefore this has to become, that has to become positive now. Right? Yeah. Part of the stress done now. Part of it done. So once we get here, we're almost out of the woods. Because now, we just go square root the left and the right. The whole point of this is that this and this need to be perfect squares. Yeah? And you square root this, you know that your denominator is going to be 112. 112 times 112 will give you this number, for sure. So you know that your denominator is automatically going to be what this is. So you don't have to guess. Once you get this over here, so this is going to be 112. Without a doubt. And remember what we did before? 85 times 85 give you this. So therefore, make no waste time. Make no waste time. This is 85 and this is 112. Right? And that would mean that this sign will now become a plus or minus 85 over 112. Which means that what we did was we square rooted this, and if you square root a square, what happened? It cancels, so therefore, get rid of that. There you go. Yeah? Yeah. This is a doozy. This is a doozy, I'm not going to lie to you. Right? Now, we minus 43 over 112 from the left and the right. So that means we're going to have this 43. Yeah? So obviously that happens, right? Just putting it in context. So now, yeah. And I think we're back to where we were in the beginning. Yeah? So again, if you're looking at this, I am going to put the live together as a separate video. Anyway, so we have two outcomes now. 43 from that is what? 42 over 112 as one answer. And then if you add 43 to 85, you get what? 128. So we got the same answers as we got before. Yeah. Yeah. So we can do this. 85 minus that gives you a positive 42 over that. Yeah? And then on this side, On this side now we get what? Make sure it says the right thing I have here. So minus 85, minus 43. So now we end up with minus 128. So we'll have minus 128 over that. Minus 128 over, there we go. Yeah, so we're pretty much back to square one. Yeah? Yeah, I know. hopefully, yeah, the other version of this video that I make will make up for, you know, my inability to capture the entire screen, right? So yeah, this looks exactly like what we got before with the quadratic formula. So this is, yeah, all we have to do what we did before. 2, 3, 7, triple 2 by 7. Therefore, when we reduce that, we end up with what? 3 over 8, right? So we don't even have to guess. That is 3, and this is 8, right? 14 times 8, 112. 14 times 3, 42. Cool. And then this, 2 to the 4 is 16. So up here is going to be 16, down here is going to be 7. So this is going to be minus 16 over 7, right? Just like what we got before. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to get through all of it, but it looks like we did. Right? So yeah. The three ways, right? So we can, well, the only thing that we need to remember is that when it cannot be factorized in terms of the AC method, you have to use this quadratic formula or completing the square, which means that it's not going to be like, you have some trinomials that just cannot be factorized because the third term is probably a prime number or some craziness, or it just isn't possible to get the number in the middle. That will happen. Whenever it does, you would use either this or the quadratic formula. But if you can't factorize it, you should get the same answer regardless of what method you use. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad that people stuck with me on this, and I will try to make the video version of this available for the latter part of it at least, right? So yeah, oh, you see that? I never need that equals 0 over there. I don't need that. So maybe I could just keep it like this and then just focus on that. Why not? So yeah, so we originally had what? 24 minus 43x minus 56x squared. We flipped it around so it looked like this, right? And then after that we did the madness, what we did on the left, and the madness we did on the right, and then finally we end up with all of that. Yeah. So I always say at the end of my videos, thanks for helping me to stay consistent. As I always tell you, honor your commitments. So I will post the video version of this at the end of the live. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope I see somebody say thank God. I was so caught up in doing this that I forgot to, you know, see any of the responses. So again, thanks for watching the live. I'll try to do this as maybe once a week if it's possible. you know. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for helping me to stay consistent. And as I always tell you, honor your commitments. Now, if I look awkward trying to end the live, it's coming out. I don't know how to do it here. I don't know. So, little more. Thanks.